married my student in 1778. My bleeding feet stained the snow at Valley Forge. As I learned and later taught drill to the young American Army. From Bull Run to Appomattox, I fought and led the way. Both blue and gray were my colors then. Two masters I served and united them strong, proving that this nation could right a wrong and long endure.
At Chateau Thierry, I led the way over the top. There I stood like a rock on the barn. It was my soldiers who cracked the Hindenburg line. And in the Argonne, my soldiers broke the Kaiser's spine. And we didn't come back till it was over. Over there. A generation older at the time, I briefly bowed. But then I vowed to return. I led the assault on the African shore. I learned my lesson the hard way in the desert sands. And like my squad, I pressed my buttons to the beach at Am Sargeant. I marched my soldiers into Rome with determination and resolve. The English Channel, the stout beach defense and the hedgerows could not hold my men. We broke out at St. Lo, unbent the walls, vaulted the Rhine, and swarmed the heartland.
Hitler's dream and the Third Reich were dead. In the Pacific, from island to island we hopped. I hit the beaches and led the way through swamp and jungle. And we set the rising sun. In Korea, I gathered my soldiers around Busan, swept across the frozen Han. Outflanked the Reds at Incheon and marched to the Yalu. For a generation, my soldiers were rejected at home, but we still fought, both on a covered jungle floor and the burning hot rice paddies of Vietnam. Again, I was called upon to lead my soldiers into combat, this time to the island of Grenada.
We began the day with an airborne assault that suffered minor casualties, but preserved America's dream. Freedom's wall and the cause of justice. I led my soldiers on assault on the streets of Panama and replaced the tyrant with a hope for the future. Again, I stand for freedom's cause.
In the burning sands of the Middle East, so that others may live free of naked aggression and injustice, where brave soldiers fought, there I fought, and was always commanding, "Follow me."
From the mountains and valleys of Afghanistan to the violent streets of Iraq, I led my soldiers, fighting terrorism and freeing the oppressed, engaging the enemy in caves, streets, and mountains, in places like Kandahar, Fallujah, and Baghdad. I engaged the enemy on their ground to protect ours, the United States of America.
Always adapting to an ever-changing battlefield, empowering the NCO vision. In freedom's cause, I have led my soldiers from Concord Bridge to Heartbreak Ridge, from the Arctic to the Mekong. Around the world I stand, ever bold, ever out front. Leading the way by example. My two basic responsibilities will always be uppermost in my mind. Accomplishment of my mission and the well-being of my soldiers. I will strive to remain tactically and technically proficient. I will be loyal to those with whom I serve, seniors, peers, and subordinates alike. I will exercise initiative by taking inappropriate action in the absence of order. I will not compromise my integrity